Hey guys, Matt and Scott again. He's Matt, I'm Scott,
Welcome back.
Stout Sportsman, and a quick turnaround from Champlain.
Yeah, one day less than we were supposed to get, right?
Yep. So I think they only get like 2 days of practice. You get Tuesday, Wednesday, and then
Yeah, yeah,
starts the
that's going to
tournament.
be, especially for, uh, I would assume most of the guys have probably fished up there, but a couple of the rookies may not have as many waypoints or anything
Yeah,
in their electronics, but most of the guys I think could get up there and be pretty comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I think some of them would be like, you know what? If fishing on the big water, I'll take 1 or 2 days less on that, and
sure.
just get right in the tournament. Some guys are like, I just want the season to be over with.
Yeah, I'm sure
You know,
there's a good quite a few Southerners that just kind of be like, you know what, let's just pack it in. We'll see you guys back at the St. John's River in February or whatever.
you know. I mean, I'll gouge my eyes out if they went to St. John's again.
Uh,
It's just, well, they
they
didn't go
should,
this year. They didn't go this year. They went to Okeechobee and Seminole,
oh,
but
well,
they've gone so many times now. I mean,
yeah.
I guess you could say the same thing for St. Lawrence, but
Yeah, I mean, this is the sixth year in a row for the St. Lawrence, at least the sixth. I didn't go look back any further than 2018, but
I know they signed a long term contract with this. I don't know which one it was. The cities around the
mm-hmm.
St. Lawrence. So I don't know how long that long term contract is like good for.
Right. Yep.
But I hope they give it a rest here at some point. Go somewhere else. And
They're going to need to. But I mean, if they're still pulling good crowds, I mean, it's tough to go away, I guess.
yeah,
But it seems like they've been alternating back and forth between Waddington and Clayton pretty much. Although
yeah.
18 and 19 were both in Waddington.
I think they've had a couple in Clayton lately. It wasn't last year,
Well,
Clayton.
last year was Clayton. This year's Clayton. Pretty sure this year's Clayton. I think that's what Dave said yesterday.
I think it is
Yeah.
because I think it's right at the mouth of the lake.
Yeah. Yep.
All
So that'll
right.
give you'll probably see a lot more guys out fishing in the lake actually, rather than
Oh,
when they fish out of Waddington. That's a lot. It's quite a long run to make,
yep.
especially if it's windy.
All right. Let's get into it.
Yep.
And we're doing this without any percentages.
Yes.
So I will say right off the bat that my picks will probably change. So we're going to talk generalities instead of, I mean,
Right.
for sure picks, because
Yep.
I'm definitely going to go if there's a guy that I have picked right now and he's a favorite at this point. I'm not doing the greatest, so I may just go off and try to win the week, pick somebody else.
Yeah. It's fair.
So that being said, Group A, I went with right now. I have Joey Cifuentes the third.
The third. Okay.
The third.
All right. I have currently I have Cooper Gallant. Uh, there's A group and B group right now. It's just it's it's full. I
It's
mean,
tough.
A group. Cifuentes looks good to me. I think Cook probably do pretty good since he's in the race. Fujita, Gallant. Um, I think
Sure.
Palmer's in the race too, isn't he?
He's a little bit ways back. He is in.
No, no, I'm thinking of Welcher. So never mind, scratch Palmer. Although he will get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Shakirat for sure.
Yep.
Schmidt, Schlopper, smallmouth. He should do all right. Walters seems to do pretty good up here.
Bryant Smith, he's been doing well everywhere. So
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
pick
there's
your
a lot of guys to choose from.
yep, pick your favorite and roll with it.
That's right. All right, B group. To me, like a couple hours ago when I first I kept refreshing, the Bassmaster fantasy, and I'm like, oh, finally they got it. They got the St. Lawrence groups up, and I was looking through, and I get to B group, and I'm like, please have the Johnston split up, and nope.
You know what? Like when I started looking through, I didn't sort them by name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm like looking through. I'm like, okay, there's Chris in Group B,
Yep.
and I just went to C. I'm like, he's not there.
Thinking Corey's going to be in C.
Either in C or like I missed him in A or something. Just
Right.
and I kind of like the fact that they just put them in both in the same group and said,
Yeah, make it interesting, right?
Bass just kind of gave you the middle finger and said, you're gonna have to choose one.
Yep.
Choose your favorite brother, and then by the way, we're gonna throw Polinick and
Austin Felix and Bob Downey and
even Iconelli's in that group.
Yeah.
After getting burned.
And Wendland's
alphabetically,
he's at the bottom too. So I mean, Wendland he's no slouch up there.
Yep.
I mean, he was 9th last year, 3rd, and the year before that, 2021. The year before that, he was 8th.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
I mean, he's the only one that I wish I still had for my Drain the Lake team.
Yeah. Yep. I still.
All right. So that being said, who'd you pick?
So right now, I'm going with Chris Johnson.
I have Chris too.
I'm assuming the Johnsons are probably going to come in probably somewhere around 30% each, and then you're going to get some runoff between like Felix and everybody. People always choose Jason Christie, so I'm sure he's going to get like 7 or 8%. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure Wendland's going to get a 5 or 6.
Yep. I had Chris too.
Okay. I don't know. I think Chris is fishing slightly better this year, maybe.
He's always the better brother.
He's the trophy
overall
brother too.
Yep. Overall, he's the better Johnston when it comes to finishes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I went with it.
Okay. All right, C group. I have a feeling we're probably thinking along the same lines here.
I have 2 people.
Okay.
And right now I have Ito.
Yep.
Which I'm guessing you have. The other one I have is Justin Atkins.
Yes.
It's there.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, Gussie will get his pick, his percentage, but he's honestly not that strong there.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree with you there.
And that's one of the reasons I used him, for Knoxville this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't think he was that strong to save for the St. Lawrence.
See, I saved him for this event, but looking back, like that 2020 hindsight, I honestly wish I would have used him at Knoxville rather than here because, yeah, he's a smallmouth hammer, but he's probably not going to win this week.
Yeah.
He's going to cash a check for sure, but I don't know.
I mean, he's a top. I mean, just looking back, he looks like he's at least 21st or better. I think it is. Pretty much. So, I mean, he's decent.
Yeah. 23, 21, 12.
I think 23rd is his lowest.
Yeah. 12. And I don't even know if he was around in 18.
Nope.
No, didn't think so. That was the year after 18. That's when everybody went over to MLF. Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. Not a bad pick, but he's on my Drain the Lake team anyways. Okay. D group.
This one was actually like I look at D group and I go, is this E group?
Yeah.
There's
as of right now, I'm going with Jake Fouts. I think Jake's been fishing pretty well recently,
Yep.
and I think hopefully you can keep some momentum going.
I have red wine.
Hmm. I like that too.
Um, the rest of the group, I mean, maybe Zeldane,
Yeah,
maybe Combs,
I
but
thought about Zaldane. Combs has a decent history there. GDP, eh, yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's
yep,
this is one of those ones where I'm waiting to see what the percentages are.
exactly, yep. So when I first put my lineup in a couple hours ago, I did have Zaldane in there, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm going to switch to Fouts for now. And like you said, we'll see where those percentages fall.
Yep.
Yeah. And E group, um, I have Micah Frazier right now. He's got some really nice finishes. I mean, maybe not super recent last couple of years, but he's got a fifth back in 2020, first
21 in
in
it.
19.
Yep.
So I mean, he's done well there, not so much as of recent, but
I have Pipkins.
that was the other guy. So it's pretty much either between one of them two for me.
Yep. I mean,
Uh,
Pipkins had a 13th in the Open that was just happened. So
okay,
41st in 2022 and 60th in 21. So we'll see.
I'm looking to see where Buddy Gross is to see. Hmm. Yeah, maybe not. I thought that might be a possibility, but it's not looking like it.
Yeah, this group E, like maybe Kobe Krieger.
Possible.
Oh, he's more of the Champlain guy though. He's done decent on Champlain, but let's see, 30th last year, 46th in 21, 50th in 2020. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna definitely assume that Frazier and Pipkins are gonna get definitely the majority of percentage here.
yeah. I think the biggest thing coming out of this is who's staying and who's going.
Yeah,
As far as who's staying in the elites.
yeah. It's going to be interesting because there's going to a lot. I mean, a lot of these rookies this year done pretty well, and there's some guys that have been hanging around,
Yep.
on the edge of that tablecloth a little too long, and they're about ready to fall off.
I think that coupled with some of these guys like David Fritz. I know
Yeah.
last year there was talk of him retiring.
Yep.
Um, let's see, you never know with Rick Clunn. I think that guy's gonna die culling or something. Like he's gonna be like in the like I don't
Yeah.
know. Like Mike Huff, he's been hanging around too long.
Yep.
I mean, this E group is pretty much a good chunk of them. I don't think are gonna be around next year.
Yeah. I agree there. I mean, the next few. Well, I mean, every year you got guys coming in and going out, but I think there's going to be a pretty big swing this year, this
Yeah,
coming year.
it'll be interesting to see, and all the guys coming in are like the way they've had the opens going this year. Like you falter, and your chances of going to the elites are pretty much toast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you have
I
guys, Bobby Lane and Ish Monroe aren't even like. I mean, there's still 3 events, but they're not even like sniffing the door yet. They're like in the. I don't think they're in the top 20. So you got some big names in the opens that are struggling.
hmm I haven't even looked to see how Milliken's doing.
He fell out. I think he's like 11th right now.
Okay.
Let's see. He's 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have a lot of. Yeah, you have a lot of guys that like not many big names in the top 10 right now for the opens,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a lot of talent coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you have Bobby Lane is 21st, Andrew Upshaw is 22nd. Let's see. Ish Monroe is 49th. You have Garrett Paquette, an old name from the
Yep.
elites, 48th. It'll be interesting between guys retiring, guys getting booted out. We know they're going to bring back 9,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. Actually, I think it's 10 total, right? Because they have the guy from the um, they have one that makes it through the Nash. The crap, what is it called?
Bass Nation.
The Bass Nation.
Yeah.
I think they still have that going on.
Yep.
So you have 10 guys coming in, and you'll probably have
9+1. Yep. Yeah.
we never talked weight.
I think it's good though to get new people in there every year and just
Yep.
you got to keep everybody hungry. So there's no room for complacency.
And I think there's a few names that need to be booted out and say, hey, if you want to come back, you need to requalify because
right.
It's I don't totally agree with how they're doing the if you're safe or not because like it's a lot of mumbo jumbo as far as if you have so many years in, you get like a drop, you get a season drop, and then it goes off of so many seasons and this and that. So like a guy like Rick Hahn, I don't think you're ever gonna see him get kicked out,
right?
Because he has so many years in and so many drops that I mean he's pretty much safe.
Right.
But then you got guys. I mean, like the rookies this year coming in, well, they're not even. I wouldn't even call Brad Hallman a rookie.
Right. Yeah.
But he was in the elites before, and he has a couple years in.
Mm-hmm.
But those couple of years were not good.
Right.
So like technically, he's even farther behind the 8 ball because his average is going to be pretty bad to begin with.
Yeah, I mean he's going to have to have a great year next year.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Wait.
We never did wait. Yep.
I think we're going to be heavy this year. I mean, we're heavy every year. That 102.9 last year, 90 even the year before, 97.8, 87.4, 95.3. I'm hitting one out of the park. I got 106.2.
Oof.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I have a feeling that it's going to be there's going to be some 6 and 7 pounders.
All right, so here's where I guess I get to play the opposite.
Okay.
Too much in the words of the lyrics of Queen, any way the wind blows.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It all depends on the wind, man.
I did look at the weather earlier.
And as somebody who lives on the other end of Lake Ontario,
yeah,
and I know what the wind does. So
Friday and Saturday it looks and Sunday northeast wind. So that's going opposite of the current. So it could get a little shaky.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends. And then,
yeah,
the weather up here, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. Yeah. So to look at the weather now is like,
yeah, Yep. I mean, the weather forecast is going to change between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, I don't think it's going to be. Last year they had immaculate weather,
Mm-hmm.
and they were able to get out to the lake every day and fish. I don't think they're going to be as good. So I'm going with 98.8.
98.8.
Yep.
That's still
Still good.
pretty
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like there's somebody's going to find a pot of 7-pound just gargantuans just flogging around.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's who knows.
Yeah. Who knows?
As much as I look forward to the St. Lawrence fantasy fishing show every year, then we start doing it, and it just turns into another show because it's between Champlain, St. Lawrence, Cayuga, these lakes that we've actually like been to and fished. Some of us. You think that we'd like know a little bit more, and then you watch the tournament, and you're just like, it's just another tournament.
Yep.
So.
All right. We got 2.5 days until this one fires up.
Yep.
This came around quick.
Yeah, and usually they put out the schedule before the last event, right?
Yeah, I think so. It should be
I don't
coming
know if
real soon.
I don't know if they're going to wait until the season's over or like drop it on a Monday.
Yeah, they might do that. Yep.
Tournament ends on Sunday. They drop the next schedule on Monday.
Yeah. I think it would be better for them just to drop it after this tournament's finished, and that way guys aren't already trying to think ahead. Hey, when do I go pre-fish this or whatever?
Yeah.
Just let them focus on this last event and then carry on. All right. Well, let's run through who we have left and who we're putting in our Drain the Lakes.
Yeah, I mean at this point, if you
everybody's different,
really,
but this is who I got for my 8 right now: Justin Atkins, Austin Felix, Cooper Gallant, Gussie, both the Johnston brothers, Chris and Corey, Clark Wendlandt, and Jake Fouts. That's who I'm going with at the moment.
All right, I have Fujita, Gallant, Johnston, Shakurit, Ito, Felix, Atkins.
Yeah, that's a quality lineup right there.
I worked backwards the entire season to have this team, and I actually did have Fujita like earmarked for this tournament because he is.
Yeah.
I mean, as he showed this week, he is a smallmouth guy.
Yes.
And it's going to be dangerous if he like. I mean, we said the same thing about Taku. If Taku could figure out how to fish for largemouth, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And Fujita's in the same boat. So
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I think Fujita's probably the better fisherman. I mean, look at all the accolades he has in Japan. I mean, the guy is an absolute stud, like more so than Taku.
Yeah.
The one other guy I have left over, well, I got a couple decent guys left over for Drain the Lake, but Paul Mueller, he's kind of that guy that's on the bubble. So if I feel something like, if I don't feel right with Atkins or Fouts, Mueller's ready to go in.
Yeah.
Mueller's done pretty well up there, so.
Like I have Redwine left, Wes Logan, Kenta Kimura, Fouts, De Palma, John Cruz. I still have John Cruz left.
Yep. I have John Cruz also. Yep.
So I look at the guys I have left over and I go, is he even going to be in the elites next year?
Yeah.
That's
a very good point there. Yep.
I mean, the only one that I know that will be in the elites next year, and that I have left is Bill Lowen.
Mm,
He's safe for a while.
yeah, he should be. I still have Brandon Lester. Wow.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Wow. All right.
All right, let's finish this up because it's, I believe, our longest show.
Yeah.
25 minutes.
25 and a half. Okay. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming back. Hopefully, we're first to the punch on this one, this short turnaround. We're Stout Sportsmen. I'm Matt, cousin Scott over there. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe if you're not. And
Yep.
we will see you next season, or I'm sure we'll have something out before then.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do like a end of the season, maybe talk about next year's schedule when that's released, or
Yeah.
hey, who knows? Maybe we'll go fishing at some point.
Yeah, maybe we'll go
Do some
fishing.
stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll put up some fish catches, some recent fish catches or something.
Yeah,
But
we can work on that.
yeah.
So
All right,
stay stout.
we're out.